Hi, how we doing, guys? So, my computer lags a little bit when I'm making sure I'm in the shot, so it's going to give me what I'm at in about 10 seconds here. So you guys asked for, that's going to be the shot. I think that's good. Where are my feet? Where's my head? Where's my arms? You guys asked for anything for head, neck, and shoulders. A mini yoga nidra at the end. Heck yes. And hip openers. Yes. So I'm going to attempt to do all of these. You're not going to be able to see past my elbows, but that's not crucial today, so I think we're good to go. All of these with Gomukhasana, cow face pose, and extended hand to big toe pose. So if you've done those before, they might be familiar. A lot of their components we do all the time. So mostly wrapping this practice around those two poses. Now that I know my mat is in a good spot, I'm going to disconnect my Wi-Fi because I'm learning how to get the best live stream, which is to have absolutely nothing else going in this room that requires power or Wi-Fi at all, other than my lights. So we will go ahead and get started. I've written out this whole practice, which is something that I don't always do. So if I pause to look at my notes, it's because some of these pieces are brand new and I've not taught them before. So I'm very excited to give you like a totally new class. It is fairly knee friendly. So if you have crunchy knees, there will not be a whole lot that we're doing on hands and knees, which will be nice. A lot of shoulder openers, a lot of hip openers. So let's go ahead and get started. I do highly, highly recommend. Sometimes I say, grab this, you may need it, and then we don't end up using it. I do think you will want some sort of shirt, band, towel, strap, leg warmer, extra long sock. Something of that nature, because cow face pose has this element in it, and grabbing the hands is not always comfortable. So you might want some sort of textile to help your shoulders. So grab said textile if you don't have it already, and we will start momentarily. If you'd like, sit yourself onto a towel or onto a rolled up blanket. I've now figured out which leggings I can wear that will not make me drop my mic. Bright sun. Bright sun. We're going to start over here. Okay. Please take your tall seat. Resting with the hands onto the tops of the legs. And just observe the breath, how it is right now. Consider what it's been doing all day. Maybe you received a piece of news that made your breath catch or speed up. Maybe it took a little while to get off the couch this afternoon or to lay out your yoga mat, or maybe you were super excited. Depending on how we've been feeling, the breath can change. And just notice where it is right now. Start to slow both halves of the breath. I'd like for you to connect the breath at navel center. So as you inhale, feel the breath move from the heart down to the navel. And as you exhale, feel the breath move from the base of the spine up to the navel. Both halves collecting at navel center. Inhale, draw the breath downwards to navel. Exhale, pull the breath upwards to navel. Inhale downwards, navel center. Exhale upwards to navel center. And this can be a fairly intense feeling breath because we're trying to take both halves of the breath in a direction that doesn't always make sense in our heads. Inhale is lifting, lengthening, opening. Exhale is releasing, folding, grounding. We're taking them in the opposite direction. So try to relax it at the same time. Now that we have the directions, let it be a little bit more calm. And we'll come back to this breath periodically on your own and with a couple reminders from me. And please, if you'd like to, set an intention for your practice, complimenting how your day or your week have been so far. What would the remedy or the antidote be to what you've been feeling if there's been some sort of dis-ease within the body or in the mind? And notice as you pinpoint this intention, as we maintain our awareness of the breath, hopefully the mind starts to land back within our practice, within ourselves. Noticing when the mind gets pulled elsewhere, knowing it's bound to happen, especially if we're in circumstances that are not the most ideal for practicing. Try to remain as focused and as present as you can, not judging or chastising yourself if the mind wanders, simply bringing it back when you notice it's not here anymore. And please bow your head to your chest to seal in your intention. And as you exhale, we'll take the chin up toward the ceiling. Open the front of the neck, the front of the chest. As you inhale, bring the chin back toward the chest, lengthening the back of the neck up into the base of the skull. Exhale, tip the head up. Really make sure we have a tall spine, open shoulders here. Inhale, chin back to the chest. Exhale, tip the chin up, tip the head up. Inhale, chin back to chest. Now, please take the head back up to neutral. As you exhale, turn your head to the right. Chin starts to move toward right shoulder. Inhale, back to the center. Turn the head to the left. Exhale. Inhale, back to the center. Turn the head to the right. Back to the middle. And turn the head to the left. Back to the center, switching. Take right ear over right shoulder. Lengthen the left side of the neck. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, lift the head up. Left ear over left shoulder. Right shoulder stays low. Inhale to raise. Exhale, right ear toward right shoulder. Lift the head up. Left ear over left shoulder. Taking the head up. From here, please take the arms out in front, palms facing up. Tap the top of the shoulders. Keep the elbows drawn in toward rib cage width. Inhale, bring the elbows up alongside the temples. They don't have to touch the temples. Take the elbows wide. Exhale, back down around the sides of the rib cage. Inhale, raise the elbows up. Exhale, take the elbows wide, back around the ribs. 3 more times. And elbows can sweep the rib cage once again. From here, please come onto your back, and we'll allow the feet to be facing the same way. We'll eventually take a couple more seated poses, but I'll probably turn that way because of that sunshine. Release all the way onto your back, please. Spine, shoulders, head all land, and keep the low back anchored to the floor. From here, just connecting back to that breath we had in the beginning. Inhale downwards, heart to navel. Exhale upwards to navel. Inhale down. This brings a certain amount of strength into the abdomen. Exhale, breath moves from the base of the spine up to navel. Inhales down to navel. Exhales up to navel. We'll continue with this breath. Start with the arms down on either side of the torso, please. Feel how much the back body is connected to the floor at this point in time. Keep it there. As you inhale, raise the arms up overhead, and maybe the arms land, maybe they don't. If I'm being honest, if my back stays to the floor, my thumbs aren't landing right now, and that's okay. Exhale, release all the way back down around the sides of the torso. Inhale to raise up. Exhale, lower down. Little strength in the lowest ribs just to make sure they're not popping off the floor. Inhale, raise the arms. They do not have to land. Exhale, lower down 2 more times. And from here, we'll hug the knees up into the chest, keeping the left knee to the chest. Inhale, extend your right leg out. Again, keep the low back anchored to the floor. Whole back body stays. Exhale, right knee back into chest. Left leg, inhale, extend outwards. Right knee stays toward right shoulder. Exhale, back in. Add on right leg, inhale, extend out, keep it out. As you exhale, more strength to the navel, curl up, head to knee, knee to head. Inhale, release shoulders and head back. And exhale, right knee, both knees to chest. Left leg, inhale, extend out, foot flexed away. Exhale, hug up to your right knee. Inhale, release back. And left knee, both knees into chest. From here, inhale, extend the right leg, keep it out. Take the left footprint up toward the ceiling. So we're extending left leg. If this is too much, please plant the right foot to the floor instead of keeping it out. Circle through left ankle. If that leg is extended, consider holding on to your left calf with left hand and placing right hand just below right hip crease to keep that in check. Both legs active. Circle the ankle in the opposite direction. Pardon me. Please cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. So bend the right knee if it's not already. We'll come into figure 4. Hands around the back of right hamstring, taking right knee toward right shoulder. Left knee still actively away, keeping the left side of the torso long. Now we're going to add on from here. Cross your legs even farther so that the left knee starts to stack over the right. Reach up to hold on to the ankles if it's possible, or hold on to the front of your right knee. Releasing the shoulders back toward the floor so the legs end up being in a split and crossed type position. These will be our leg variation for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Also similar to shoelace, if you're familiar with that expression. Our extra crossed fire log pose, if that rings a bell. Now, please keep your legs crossed. Take the arms out to the sides and release your knees to the right so the left leg stays on top. If this is way too much to keep the cross for now, please uncross the legs and let them stack as you would in a usual recline twist. Right hand can help anchor the legs. Head can turn to the left. And press the right arm into the floor. Take the knees back up. And we'll hug both knees back into the chest. From here, inhale, extend your left leg out. Keeping it out. Extend your right footprint up to the ceiling. We can keep both legs long or plant your left foot. Please circle through the right ankle a couple times. If left leg is extended, please extend left arm as well. Rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. And please bend the left knee if it's not. Cross your right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Right knee away, right hip away. Keep this right side long. Adding on our bind for figure 4 if you'd like to, or we can stay active. A little bit of core and making sure we are even through both sides of the torso. And please cross your legs even farther. Right knee starts to smush on top of the left. Staying here, holding on to left knee or reach up. Hold on to the ankles. Almost the same type of energy in the arms like you'd take for our yin variation of happy baby, but the legs are crossed, if that helps you think of where we're going. And we'll take our twist. Please keep the legs crossed, or if you knew on the other side, and probably this side it's crossed is not going to be comfortable, feel free to stack the legs, release the legs to the left, arms out to the sides, T-shape or goalpost shape. Left arm could help anchor the legs. Head can turn right in the opposite direction of the knees. And pressing the left arm into the floor, please take the knees back up. Uncross, hug both knees into the chest. Resting here for a moment, bring the breath back into the abdomen. Inhales move downwards. Exhales move upwards. Tuck the hands underneath the knees into knee creases. We'll rock up a couple times, making our way up into boat pose. Chest lifts. If we stay mindful of the breath connecting at navel, I think it will help quite a bit, making sure the chest stays lifted, navel stays strong, legs can straighten or keep the knees bent, your choice. And tip forwards into diamond pose, please. Take the soles of the feet together, sitting tall. Start to fold forward over the feet. And here we have diamond or star pose, Tarasana. Heels are far away from the hips. Butterfly, heels end up being very close to the hips. Take your preferred. With the feet farther out, you're going to feel more on the outside of the hips. That is where we're targeting and where we're warming up for with this pose for now. But maybe butterfly is your favorite, so please be my guest. And we'll sit back up. Coming into staff pose, Dandasana. We'll take a slightly different variation. Usually Dandasana is done with the hands at the sides, lifting tall through the spine. We're going to do that, but we're going to grab opposite elbows behind the back if we can, if that's comfortable. If it's not, please try to plant the hands behind you at least and try to open. Think of opening the chest more than we usually would. That sunshine, that is just something, isn't it? We're going to back up here. Lifting tall. So as we warm up for our cow face pose, this is the bottom arm of our cow face pose. And it might feel like a struggle to sit up tall with this. That's okay. That's normal. You're not alone. In case you were worried. Now release the arms. Please keep the left leg out and bring the right foot inside your left thigh. Inhaling the arms up overhead for head to knee pose. Exhale, fold navel over the left leg toward the left knee. Hands can land anywhere along the leg, maybe to the foot, maybe not. And inhale, raise the arms back up to sit tall. From here, make sure you have your textile, your strap, your sock, your t-shirt. And we are going to take, this is the challenging part with all of these asymmetrical poses, making sure I got the correct leg with the correct arm. We're going to take our textile in the right hand and bring it behind the back. Now this could be plenty. We might decide to stay here. Left hand helps, right elbow reach up. If you'd like to, take that cow face pose, bind around the back. And we are going to lift the left leg. Stay to breathe here if we can. Release back to the floor. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Please try to keep breathing while we hold this awkward shape. And release. Inhale, lift up, still breathing. And release down. Wonderful. Please switch sides. Right leg out in front, left foot inside right thigh. Inhale the arms up overhead for head to knee pose. Exhale, folding forwards. And inhale, lift back up. Grab your strap or strap substitute into the left hand, hanging out behind the back, or if you'd like to, simply use right arm to help lift left elbow up toward left temple or left ear. We do not, I'm using this arm just to show so you can see, we do not want to get the arm as far back as we can, especially if it ends up hindering the shoulder joint. Please keep it more forwards, even if we can't go as far. This is going to be much more effective in the long run than hanging out back here. So left hand behind, you can grab the strap if you'd like. You can grab both hands if you'd like. Maybe your shirt or your ponytail helps. And lift the right leg. Stay to breathe here. And release back to the floor. Still breathing. And lift the right leg. And release. Lift up. And lower down. Wonderful. Go ahead and release the arms, please. Taking the aforementioned shoelace pose. Please point the left knee in front of the left hip, or more in front of the center of the hips toward pubic bone, tailbone. Cross your right leg over the top of the left. So this is that pose we took holding on to the ankles. If only crossing the right ankle is comfortable for now, please go ahead and just take that variation. Knees start to smush, but they do not have to all the way. Smush is the technical term. Please fold forwards. And sitting up, switch legs. Knees can stack. We might adjust where the feet are. For me personally, my top leg always lands really forwards and I have to kind of pull it back. Sitting up, staying here, or folding forwards over the legs. And sitting up, release the legs. From here, please come into a down dog. And pedaling the feet or maintaining stillness through the legs and through the ankles if you'd prefer. On your inhale, shift to a plank or a kneeling plank. Stay to breathe here. Heart reaches forwards, navel draws up. Same breath. Inhale, heart to navel. Exhale, base of spine to navel. Next exhale, lower all the way down. Coming into locust pose, hands back around the hips. Inhale, hover the chest, pull the front of the shoulders, shoulder blades back. We can float the legs. Release hands around the rib cage and move back to downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop forwards. Come up to a half lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step your left leg back to runner's lunge, please. Stay to breathe here. Right knee continues to bend forward. Left heel feels like it's moving back. Heart lifts forwards. And plant the hands firm back to the floor. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Take right knee to right elbow. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, lift back up. And release to down dog. Plank or kneeling plank. Stay to breathe. Breath collecting at the navel. Exhale, release all the way to the floor. Locust pose again. Hands back around hips. Hovering up, shoulder blades back, front of the shoulders lift. And release hands around rib cage, back to down dog. On your inhale, please take your left leg back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step forwards, runner's lunge. If it doesn't make it all the way up, go ahead and help it. Let the left hand help left foot forwards. Setting up strong, staying here with purpose. Runner's lunge is something that we kind of glance through every once in a while. We don't really give it the time of day. And from here, left leg, inhale back to three-legged dog. Take left knee to left elbow. Exhale out to same side. Inhale, raise up. Back to down dog. Plank or kneeling plank. Stay for 2 breaths here. Next exhale, lower all the way down. If you'd like to, we can take our bound variation of locust using our strap or sock. Hover up or keep the arms parallel at the sides. Release hands around rib cage. Move back to down dog. Walk, step, or hop forwards. Come up to the top of the mat. Inhale to half lift. Shoulders back. Chest forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Hands overhead. Hands to heart center. From here, please take your weight into your right leg. Bending the left knee up toward the height of the hip, starting to play with our balance a little bit outside of right glute. Right leg stays strong. Lifting through the top of the left leg. Release left foot back to the floor. Switching, please shift your weight into your left leg. Bend right knee up toward the height of the hip. And release the right foot to the floor. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step your left leg back. Runner's lunge once again. Inhale the right arm up to the ceiling. As you exhale, pull the elbow back. Take a goalpost opening into the right chest. Inhale, sweep it forwards. Right bicep alongside right ear. Exhale, open back, twisting open. Pull the right ribs in with your exhale. Inhale, extend forwards. Exhale, pull back. Once more, extend forwards. Exhale, pull back, goalpost. Raise the right arm out once more and release the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Inhale, right leg back to three-legged dog. Twist right knee under the torso toward left elbow. Inhale, raise up. Down dog, release. Stay for 2 breaths here. Walk, step, or hop forwards. Half lift back to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Raise all the way up, hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms raise. Fold, plant the hands, right leg steps back for runner's lunge. Right hand stays below the face or below right shoulder. Inhale the left arm up. As you exhale, elbow moves into a goalpost. Pull back, left ribs, navel strong. Inhale, elongate left arm alongside left cheek, left shoulder. Pardon, left ear. Exhale, bring the elbow back behind rib cage. Twist open. Inhale, extend forwards. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, pull back. Stretch the left arm forwards once more and release left hand to the outside of left foot. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Twist left knee toward right elbow under the torso. Inhale, back up, 3 legs. Down dog, release to the floor. 2 breaths to stay. And walk, step, or hop forwards. Half lift at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Please shift your weight back into your left leg. Bend the right knee up toward the height of the hip. And if it's comfortable to do so, by the way, since you're in your home, please move to a wall, move to a chair. If balance is really preventing you from doing this, grab something to help you. We can start to straighten the right leg out in front. Same strength we had when we lifted from our head to knee pose in the beginning on the floor. Bend the knee again if it's not already, and release back to the ground. Switch your weight into right foot, right leg, please. Lift left knee up toward the height of the hip. You are welcome to stay here, or if you'd like, start to straighten left leg out in front. Aware of if we're leaning back, if we can stay tall still, really press down through right big toe mound. Seems like an awkward thing to cue, but it very much turns on the inside of right leg, which gets a little lazy. Bend the knee again if it's not already, and release to the floor. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Fold, plant the hands, step back to a plank or a kneeling plank. Lower all the way down, landing, taking shoulder roll. Bring the right arm out to the side, straight out, or adding our goalpost variation. Start to roll onto your right hip. Right leg stays straight back to the back of the mat. Left knee can bend forwards in front of you or plant the left foot. Open left knee as left arm reaches back behind. Roll back onto the chest. Switching sides. Take the left arm out to the side. Left arm will stay behind you. Straight out or goalpost. Start to roll right knee open toward the ceiling. Maybe right arm reaches back. Or we can keep both in front of you to help twist open. We're going to get a curtain situation figured out before next Friday's live stream. Whew. Go ahead and roll back onto your chest, please. Hands around rib cage. Please move back to down dog.
Now from here, if you do not have that strap close by, please grab it and bring it just kind of off to the side of your mat so it's close to you. As you inhale, raise the right leg back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward into warrior one. Left heel, back heel grounds, hips forwards. Grab your strap. Inhale, raise up, arms up overhead. And please take the strap into your left hand. So your choice here, taking our cow face pose arms, Gomukhasana arms, left elbow points up. We can stay here helping with right hand or reach back behind. If you start with the strap in your left hand, we'll be able to find it with the right. Opening left shoulder forwards, left hip, back hip forwards. Stay to breathe. And we'll start to fold. And if this is uncomfortable, if we do not like this arm variation, we can hold opposite elbows like we did in the beginning. We can interlace hands or grab our strap, or you can take our usual pyramid pose. Completely your choice. Please start to fold over. I meant humble warrior. I apologize. Fold over or inside your right leg for humble warrior, keeping the arms active, keeping the chest lifting so we're not rounding, but staying extended. Press the right foot into the floor. Lift back up, please. And release the hands. Go ahead and drop your strap off to the side. Inhale, arms up overhead. And fold forward, hands around your right leg. Moving the hips back, folding over right leg, beginning to straighten the right knee for pyramid pose. Lift the torso away from the right leg. Keep sitting, right hip back, revolve, triangle. Left hand can land below left shoulder or more inside your right arch. We could also set it onto a block. Right hand to right hip. Keep pressing right hip back. Spin the chest open. Right hand can stay to the hip or extend up to the ceiling. And release the right hand back to the floor. Bend into right knee for a short runner's lunge. Inhale, right leg back to three-legged dog. Bring right knee forward into the chest, round toward the nose. Inhale, back up, three legs. Down dog, release for 2 breaths. Inhale, extend your left leg back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step forwards, warrior one, right heel grounds. Grab your strap. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Please take your strap into the right hand, your choice, keeping the right elbow pointed up, rotating in, opening the underside of the shoulder, just outside the chest. If you'd like, wrap the left arm behind. Grab that strap or interlace the fingers, grab the hands, right hip forward, right elbow keeps lifting. And coming toward our humble warrior, keep the chest open, keep right elbow lifting. Start to fold, navel on or toward your left thigh. Press the left foot to the floor, stand back up. Release any bind, set your strap out to the side. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, hands down around the left foot. Start to straighten the left knee, folding over left leg for pyramid. Lifting the torso away from the left leg, plant right hand below right shoulder or inside left arch. Take your left hand into left hip crease, lengthen the hip back, open left side. Staying here if you'd like to, or extend the left arm up over the shoulders. Release the left hand back to the floor, bend into left knee for a short stance of runner's lunge. Next inhale, left leg back to three-legged dog. Round the knee toward the nose, pull the quad up in toward the chest. Inhale, back up, 3 legs. Down dog, release, stay for 2 breaths, please. After your exhale, walk, step, or hop forwards, half lift back to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Raise all the way up, hands overhead. Hands to heart center. From here, please shift your weight back into your right leg. Now, I'm going to turn and do this facing you, as I think it might be more helpful just to see where hips, arms, and legs are going. Weight shifts into the right leg. Take the hands to heart to start. And bend left knee up toward the height of the hip. We can stay here. If you'd like to, straighten left leg. If you'd like to, again, we can hold on to bent left knee. Or right hand holds on to left big toe, lifting it straight out in front. We can take both hands, but I'd recommend if you're just taking one, take the opposite arm. A lot of cross body action going today. Now, wherever you are, keep bent knee or extended leg a little lifted so we can let go, hands back to heart, and release to the floor. Some people are probably glaring at me right now. I'm sorry. If you want to, you can just hang out into a wall for the second side. But again, part of the reason for this pose is hip opening. Part of it is with balance. So your choice. Which leg did we do? Please shift your weight into your left leg, hands to heart center. Bend right knee up toward the height of the hip. All the options. Stay here. Straighten the right leg. Stay here. Hold on to the knee, breathing like a reclined posture in the beginning. Or left hand to big toe, sitting right hip down like we did in revolved triangle. Let the leg take back its own weight if we can, releasing hands to heart and setting down. From here, go ahead and take the heels a little bit wider than the hips, coming into Malasana, or garland pose, or yogi squat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Take the hands to the heart, sitting back. Elbows could land onto the knees, staying here, a slightly stronger variation. We may feel it in the inside of the hips still. Or sitting back lower, hands draw down to move the elbows wide, lifting the chest, same as we did in our humble warrior. And if you know releasing to boat pose is not going to be okay, please come onto the hands first, make your way to boat and then into a seat, or come straight back into boat. Breath back to navel center. And please release the feet. I am going to turn. You are welcome to. We're going to take revolved head to knee pose. So you might want to, just so the hips and maybe the heels have a soft space to land. Please bring your right leg wide out to the side and the left foot inside your right thigh. Again, hopefully that strap, sock, shirt is still close by. Bring it closer if it's not. We'll take our revolved head to knee pose, twisting first, right hand to left knee, spine lifts tall, opening left shoulder back. And turn the head toward right toes, but chest stays open inside the line of right leg. Take the right arm on or inside right leg, reaching the left arm up and over. Left knee and hip stay relaxed toward the floor as left arm reaches away. And inhale, lift back up. Keep the legs in the same position for now. Point your left knee slightly more forwards. Bring your right leg over the top of the left knee. Start to create that smush. Or if this is absolutely uncomfortable, we have done a lot of the arm variation already. You are welcome to take figure 4, fire log, any variation. They are slightly different, but working with the outer seam and the outer side of the hips, they are still effective and similar enough. Right knee smushed over left knee, and the left leg is on the bottom, so the left elbow will be lifted. Please grab the strap in your left hand if you need it. Starting now, we'll point the elbow up. If you'd like, reach back behind. And Mary used to teach a little trick. Bring your right arm behind first. Pull it a little farther back behind. Then grab and let that strap hang. And your right arm might be farther back. You might even grab your hand instead of the strap. Fold forwards if you want to. You will feel a lot more on the outside of right hip. And we'll sit back up, please. Release the strap. Take your left leg out wide, right foot inside left thigh for our revolved head to knee pose. Twisting, left hand to right knee, sit tall, open the right shoulder back. And keep the chest open, but turn the head toward left toes. Lengthened left leg. Sliding down, we can reach right arm up and over. Right arm reaches somewhere over left toes or drapes behind the back if it is too much. Keeping right knee and right hip relaxing toward the floor. I'm really very thankful for this sunshine, but so far I've not filmed or done a live stream with this much sun from this room. Always something to troubleshoot. It's an adventure. Go ahead and lift back up, please. Slide your right knee slightly more in front of right hip, maybe towards the front of pubic bone, tailbone. And cross the left knee over. Again, we have done a lot of the arm variations. If we are quite done with those, if the hips do not like this, figure 4, even pigeon, we can take our fire log, whatever shape you'd prefer. Right leg's on the bottom. If you want to do that pole trick, left arm behind the back. Pull the left hand a little farther. Right hand grabs the strap to hang down, or we can hang out, just pointing right elbow up. Lifting tall, right elbow hugs in, staying tall or folding over left knee. And sitting up, go ahead and release the strap. I do not think we will be needing this again, so you're welcome to tuck it a little farther away so it is out of the way. Uncross the legs. We're going to come back into boat to make our way onto the floor, so make sure your head will have a space to land. We can be close enough to the front of the mat. Tuck the hands behind the knees, lifting up. Chest lifts. Shins can float, staying here. And release the spine, release shoulders, release the head all onto the floor. Hug the knees back into the chest like we did in the beginning. And inhale, extend your right leg straight out, leaving it here, breathing. Again, your choice of variation as we've done a couple. Right leg stays out, left footprint can point to the ceiling. We can stay here. If you'd like, hugging up about 3 times, or take our reclined extended hand to big toe pose. Left peace fingers around left toe, right hand to the top of the right leg, guiding it straight down the length of the mat. Dynamic or static. About 2 more breaths here. If we've already done our 3 hugs, you're welcome to hug the left knee back to the chest. And everyone, right knee comes back in, both knees in, please. Right knee stays. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Heel can hover or it may land. Try to keep the low back anchored. Breath to abdomen. Right footprint to the ceiling. We can hug up if you want, or first 2 fingers around right big toe. Left hand to the top of the left thigh. Again, work on sitting right hip toward the inside of the left arch. In and down, lengthening right side. And take right knee, left knee, both knees back to chest. Hug in, take a moment here. Last few symmetrical shapes. Please plant your feet to the floor for bridge pose. Arms down on either side of the torso. Anchor the feet, anchor the shoulders, lift through hip creases and hip points. Use the glutes to help lift the hips. Release the spine and the hips back to the floor. Bug pose, anchor the lower spine, lift up the legs, lift up the arms. Elbows, knees stay a bit soft. Hands and feet can hang here. Enough strength to stay lifted but soft through the joints. Take your preferred variation of happy baby, holding onto the ankles, knees wide. If you'd like, we can take our squat variation, knees back around shoulders, soles of feet flexed to ceiling. We'll hug the knees back into the chest. Take any additional poses you'd like. Add on anything you need to feel complete in your practice. We did a lot of outer hips. I did try to complement with inner hips. If there's anything you'd like to add on, be my guest. And make yourself as comfortable as you can be. We will be taking the first half of the 75 breaths and 31 points, which we did do last Tuesday, but I really don't think you can do 31 points. Too much. I just don't. Make your way to your comfortable seat, please. Pardon, your comfortable reclined position. Lay onto your back. We can take a pillow, a rolled up blanket underneath the knees. If it is more comfortable, knees can knock in, arms soft at the sides. Try to create a shape that is comfortable enough that you will not find a distraction through discomfort of the physical body. As you exhale, feel where the back of the body lands into the floor. Feel where the back of the head lands, where shoulders and arms land. Notice if the arms could be slightly more comfortable, perhaps palms up, backs of the hands to the floor. This will help open the chest and the shoulders just a little more. Maybe shoulder blades could reposition so they're not slouching or closing off your collarbones forwards. Notice the breath into rib cage, into the chest. Maybe the hips are too close to the shoulder blades. Maybe we need to wiggle the spine a little bit longer. Maybe it's too long. Maybe we need to allow that low back curve to be there. Legs as far apart as is comfortable, maybe just a little wider than the hips. Toes gently relaxed to the sides. Again, if you feel like the low back or the hamstrings could be bothersome, please grab something to take under your knees so that they will keep a slight bend. And be aware of the soles of the feet. Relax through the arches, through the toes. Be aware of the soles of the feet and the space of breath here, as though you could picture the breath moving in and out of the soles of the feet. Picture the bones in the legs.
where the spine would lay in the torso. Picturing the center energetic plane of the body, not front surface, not back surface, not dealing with the physical body any longer, but the energetic breath body. As you inhale, feel the breath move from the soles of the feet up through the same plane as the bones of the legs, up the spine, up to the very top of the head. And observe the exhale moving down to the soles of the feet, as though the breath, as it is, ever present, is moving on its own. This upwards and downwards motion of the breath, you are simply following, not changing, not modifying or doing. Observe the inhale as it washes from the soles of the feet up to the top of the head. And on the natural exhale, observe the breath wash back down the inside of the body toward the soles of the feet. Notice when the body wants to inhale, feel the inhale move to the crown. And when the breath ends its suspension, exhaling down to the soles of the feet. Experiencing the breath through these 2 points a few more times. Observe inhale move to the crown. Observe exhale to the soles of the feet, as though there's an energy moving through the body instead of the breath. On your next few exhales, observe this energy move down to the ankles. Inhales still move back to the top of the head, crown of the head. Observe the exhales move down to the ankles. Next few exhales, observe the breath moving to the knees. Inhale still to crown and exhales to the knees. Observe the breath move down to the base of the spine. Next few breaths, exhales reach to the base of the spine. Next few exhales to navel center. Observe the exhales to navel center. Observe the breath to heart center. Breathing between crown and heart. Exhales to throat center. Observe between crown and throat. Observe the breath at the point between the eyes. Inhale to the crown of the head. Observe the exhale to the point between the eyes. Observe now the inhale moving from the crown of the head above the top of the head, past the body, 4 to 5 inches above the crown of the head. As you exhale, bring the breath back to the crown of the head, surface of the body. Inhale past the edge of the body, 4 to 5 inches above the crown of the head, and exhale back to the very crown at physical body. Breathing as though you're breathing outside of the body, above the crown of the head. Body rests as you continue to observe sensation within the body. Be aware of a small white or blue star-like point at third eye. Experiencing this as energy, light, however it resonates most with you. No need to do, act, or change. Simply observe this point, however it presents itself. Observe this white or blue star-like point at throat center, inside the body. Again, wherever this point first lands, whatever your first inclination or first observation is, stay with that. Observe this point at right shoulder, white or blue star. Right elbow joint. Right wrist. Tip of the right thumb. Tip of right pointer finger. Tip of right middle finger. Tip of right ring finger. Tip of right little finger. Awareness to right wrist joint, white or blue star. Right elbow joint. Right shoulder joint. Throat center. Left shoulder joint. Left elbow. Left wrist. Tip of the left thumb. Left pointer finger. Left middle finger. left ring finger, left little finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, throat center, point at heart center, center of the right side of the chest, heart center, center of the left side of the chest. Return to heart center. Single point of awareness. Single point of breath. Return to your intention. Allowing this intention to inspire the attitude of your body, your mind, as you rest. How does this intention feel when it's completely true, completely present? If you'd like, you're welcome to rest a little while longer on your back. When you're ready, gently bringing awareness and presence back into the physical body. When you're ready to sit back up, roll to one side, right side, for a few breaths. And then come back up to a tall seat for a few breaths. Taking your practice and your intention with you. Please bring the hands together at heart center, bowing your head to your chest, acknowledging your breath, your peace, and all that you are. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for joining live, or maybe later if you're watching this. Again, I will keep this on my Facebook, and I've been uploading them to YouTube as I find the quality when I've downloaded it onto my phone instead of sharing it and then uploading it onto YouTube tends to be better. It's Julia Abbott Yoga on YouTube. I am planning on next week releasing 5 morning sequences, 15 to 20 minutes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll have some series coming up on YouTube. Go find me, go subscribe. That way it'll let you know when I have a new video up. more people can see it, more people can find me. I can teach yoga to more people. So go ahead and find me. Hit the subscribes. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.